YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another 31 Days of Spook. And today we are going to be making tea without a teapot. And I decided to do this video because I read somewhere and I thought it was interesting that tea made in the microwave tastes different than tea made with a teapot. But how do you make tea without a teapot and still get the same flavor or taste? So we're going to make tea using a pot and a stove. So what I did is I took, this is my Alice in Wonderland mug that I use for tea, and I poured 3 cups of this into here. And I started off with warm water because I think it takes less time to actually heat up. And then you're also going to need some tea. So what I usually do is, because I do want to use the full potential of a tea bag and not just waste it after one use, and I'm not sure how to use it and then reuse it, if that makes any sense. So what I usually do is I take it out of the bag and then I unravel it, and then I take this little paper part off. And I think I like doing this because, according to like other people or like books and stuff, that you dip it in your cup for a couple of minutes and it's supposed to be strong and whatnot. But because I don't like using the tea bag one time, or not using it to its full potential, I'll put it into the pot while the water starts to boil, because I'm using the full potential of the bag. And I don't know, this is gonna be some tea for people who like their tea strong. Now there are some teas that you aren't supposed to make very strong because they can mess up your digestive system and stuff like that. But this is just some cinnamon apple tea, and it should be fine. But we're just going to put the top on it, and then what I usually do is I set the oven to medium heat, or if your oven has numbers, I usually put it on the 5. But then I usually wait for it to come to a boil, and I'll see you in a minute when it comes to a boil. Alright, so our tea has come to a boil, and what you want to do right as it comes to a boil, you want to go ahead and turn off the stove and just let it sit for a second. You can even go ahead and remove the top if you want. And then comes the pour. Alright, so to pour your tea, you're gonna want to carefully remove the pan from the stove, and you're gonna want your tea bag to be on the farthest side of the pot away from where you're pouring. Or if you have a guide in your pot, then you'll probably be better off. But the closer your tea bag is to your cup, it's going to want to go in there, and it's gonna be a little messy. So you're gonna want the tea bag to be as far away from the side that you're pouring as possible. And then you're just going to go ahead and pour your tea. See how the tea bag wanted to go in there? It stops that steady stream of tea. And then what I usually do is I'll go in and add just a tiny bit of honey. And for this apple cinnamon tea especially, I'll just add a little cinnamon on there. And I think the good thing that comes out of making your tea on a stove or in a teapot is better than having nuked tea from the microwave. And then for the medicinal benefits, I feel like if I make stronger tea, that the medicinal benefits of whatever tea I'm drinking are going to have more an effect on the body, especially since the weather is starting to get cooler. Hopefully it is some in other places, but yeah, that, and then of course you stir the tea. And then that's how you make tea without a teapot or using the microwave. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, then hit the like button. If you have any suggestions for future videos, then let me know down in the comments. If you make a tea a certain way, then I'd love to hear all about it. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Alright, bye guys.
Someone's always watching me. Someone's always there. When I'm sleeping, he just waits and he stares. Someone's always standing in the darkest corner of my room. He's tall and wears a suit of black, dressed like the perfect groom. Where are you going? Why won't you stay? They might be scared of you, but I just want to play.